Hi, New Life family. Chris Williams here, and co-host of New Life Live, and doing just a short series on addiction and giving us some hopefully clear understandings of what addiction is, how it develops, some helpful hints on how to get into recovery. But I want to talk a little bit about how do I know I'm becoming addicted to something? And it's actually a tricky thing for most people. In fact, for everyone, no one plans to be an addict. No one's like, I don't know very many 9-year-olds when they're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? They're saying, hey, I want to be an addict. And so this really harsh thing that can develop in our lives, how does it happen? Like, what is the process or anatomy of addiction? I talked earlier about it being a commitment to escape reality. And it makes us basically, in the end, feel better or get out of a difficult situation. It functions as a rescuer. And so how this happens in very subtle ways, and I've seen this happen at any stage of life. I've seen addictions develop in people in their 70s and 80s as much as I've seen people develop addictions in their teens and 20s. And so this is something that sort of lurks there all the time because our escape mechanisms are available all the time. But really what happens is that something, I'll take a very common aspect, and that would be drinking. So alcohol, as far as the Bible I read, is not prohibited. It's not always beneficial, but it's not prohibited. And so drinking over time may be okay. And having a drink, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it may be great as just something to help celebrate and enjoy and be something that just connects people. Someone asked me, like, how do I know that alcohol or drinking can be a problem? I said, drinking becomes a problem when it becomes a solution. When it becomes a solution to my anxiety, when it becomes a solution to my stress, when it becomes the thing I use to de-stress from my day, the thing I do to relax and hang out, or it may be the very common thing with alcohol. It may be the thing that allows me to be social, where I'm feeling nervous in groups or I'm feeling nervous in social situations. And having that extra glass of wine or that extra beer or that extra whiskey or whatever the case may be, it just helps me relax so I can connect. That all seems like a great and good thing until it becomes the only thing I could use in those situations. The problem with our addictive substances or behaviors is actually the fact that they work. We wouldn't go to them if they didn't work. But they work, and oftentimes they work like nothing else. And so we go back to it over and over and over again until it starts taking control. And this happens oftentimes at such a slow process. I especially see this with nicotine, with marijuana, with alcohol, because it doesn't take over the system like heroin or methamphetamines. It's more of a slower process. We sort of get lulled into complacency or lulled into a place where it's no big deal. And because it works, our mind builds a defense mechanism around it. Like, hey, and it tells us it's not a big deal. It's not affecting you. It's not impacting you. But it takes away our ability to see ourselves accurately, see reality accurately, see other people accurately. Again, I'm not here to vilify alcohol or really anything else, but to be aware. Because we know right now that the contents or the potency of, for instance, alcohol in beer and wine is increasing. That absolutely the potency of THC in cannabis products is going through the roof. This stuff is incredibly powerful and potent. And so we want to be careful not to be lulled into a false belief that it's okay and it's not that big of a deal when it starts overtaking us and becoming the only solution to the problems in our life. That actually takes away our ability to engage in the real problems with real solutions. Please know that we all at some level or another can become addicted at any point in time. There are genetics that make people more prone to or vulnerable to addiction than other people. But just know that for us to be aware, and I'll land it here, the addiction that I think I struggle with the most, and that is screens or phones or technology. This is really, really taking away our ability to connect in real time with real people. And so just be aware of it. If you don't think you're addicted, or if you don't think it's a problem, or you think it may be a problem, here's a simple test. Abstain for 30 days and see how it goes. Now, with technology, I may not be able to abstain for 30 days, but I don't need to be on Facebook for a 30-day period, or Instagram, or the social medias, or anything like that. I don't need to be on a news feed for 30 days. I can just simply have it for email, or maybe any business or logistical function that I absolutely have to have it for. Other than that, I can abstain. Try abstinence, see how it goes. If you need help beyond that, reach out. 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Again, we have resources all over the country, great resources to help you. If you are struggling with addiction, whether it be an early, middle, or late stage, or full-blown, or just beginning, we have resources to help you. Let us help you. 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Thanks for being with me today, and may God's great love and grace lead you on.